All right, family. How are we doing today? I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I hope we're being safe. I hope that you're not getting into any trouble out there. I hope that everything is going good for you. We are in for a treat. This is what I say all the time, right? Because every show is an amazing show. Every show is a great show. Every show is educational only. And that's what we do. We do educational. We are here to wake up our people. We are here to bring attention to issues that need to be brought into our community, attention that needs to be, come forward in our community. I always want to open up with some little housekeeping. Okay, I want you guys to like and share. I am thanking you for coming. We are expecting somebody amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm not going to tell you right now. I do want you guys to not to forget. um, we have that foundation that we want to support, and that's the Hope of Love Community Outreach. Don't forget, we want to support our sister's foundation. And she was on here last week and she talked about embracing our community with hope and love, right? And her thing was mostly about paying for funerals that happen, but we want you to get your life insurance so we won't have to pay for your funerals because you'll be able to do it for yourself. Let's not forget that hope of love community outreach. Let's not forget that. Also, she is doing selling raffle tickets, okay? Because she does have an amazing event on June, I want to say the 3rd. I think I might be wrong, but I want to just do a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget we have the foundation, okay? And we have Ram in the bush, and I've explained that to you about the foundation, right? We've talked about the foundation. We've talked about the different little we have a trucking company that we partner with. We have a beauty school, a barber school that we partner with. We're trying to get roofing. We just want to be free. If we say we want to be free, it's time to be free. Let's not just talk. It's about doing, right? At some point, we have to actually do something in order to be free. We can't just talk about being free, but then we sitting there still in the burning house or the burning building that MLK put us in, right? Okay. He even said, I think I put my people into a burning bush. And you know what? We've been in that burning bush ever since and not even trying to get out. But I want to invite you. I have an amazing queen that is going to join us. And I'm sure some of you have seen her. She is amazing. I love her. We've talked about the land that I bought through her. I want her to talk more about the land opportunities, and I want her to talk about Africa, and I want her to give us the truth about Africa. We've been lied to. Everything that they've said about this shithole country that they've called Africa, which is not true, we're going to get the truth and nothing but the truth from our sister. Okay, we are going to invite our sister Julia on. I've been waiting for this. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm just so antsy, you guys. But we're going to bring her on now. And I'm just so amazed. And I'm just so glad that she wanted to spend time with us today. My sister, my sister. Hello,
Hi,
hello,
sis.
hello.
You're
How
gonna have
are
to set me
you?
up a little bit. You have to change the setting for me because she's got the wrong setting on. So you have to move me a little bit
Oh,
more. 1 second, Isis. The other way, the other way, the other way. That's it. Right, right, stop. Yes. Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you. Everything is great
Stop
in the
moving.
place here.
Stop moving.
How
Stop
are you
moving.
doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Great, 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 great.
Welcome,
Wonderful.
welcome, welcome to the
Feeling
show.
amazing.
Thank you for
Chill
embracing
out
me
the
with
front.
your presence. Thank you so much for coming on. We have been told so many crazy things, right, about Africa. I want to know
Wow.
about why
Don't believe
Africa.
them. Don't believe them.
Don't
Don't believe the hype.
I want you to tell us. I'm gonna give you the floor, Julia. I have explained everything. This is the woman that I've gotten my land through, and we've talked on this show about several times about going to get your wealth. Everybody else is over there, but they're telling us that it's bad, but they're over there buying up our wealth. Okay, I've been telling them forever, since I had my first
Exactly.
plot from you, to go get yours, go get your land. And they look at me, so you know what? I'm gonna let you have the floor. I want you to just have your way. This is your house. And you take it away, Miss Julia.
Well, thank you everybody for even giving me this time. I really appreciate being here and in your presence. Thank you, Cassandra. I really appreciate you invite me on. I'm really honoured to be here, and it's really amazing. And probably people can detect from my accent that I was actually born in England. So however, I live in Africa. I've been coming to Africa for over 3 decades now. And I live in the Gambia. And I lived here permanently for now 3 years. And I absolutely love it. I have traveled to other African countries, which have been absolutely phenomenal and amazing places. So, Gambia is, Africa is like, a mansion of many, many rooms. Seth, can you do that later for me, please? Sorry, he's just taking the dog out and she's barking. So, yeah, it's an amazing journey. And I just want to dispel some of the myths about Africa, because I think, like, obviously, for one, I'm sat just like you, at my computer with the internet in my living room, in my home. I have, the same facilities as you do. There's no difference. I
So
live
we
in
don't have huts? Or you're not in a
a
hut? I thought you was in
five-bedroom
a hut.
house, which we
Are
built.
you,
Sorry?
so you're not in a hut? We heard that there's no houses. You're in the huts over there. Where huts?
That's classic.
Just saying.
Well, if this is that, it's a very nice one. I live in a 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom house. That includes a guest house and also a pool house and also a swimming pool. And it's a lovely space. It's a very large, livable home, and enough parking space for 3 cars, a nice little drive, forecourt and everything. It's very lovely and very affordable. And I get my electricity from the sun, so I'm off the grid, solar, and I get my water from a spring, from an aqua spring inside. Yes, so I get pure spring water, so not getting recycled, water that's gone through loads of disgusting toilets and is recycled for you to drink. Going through, the process as you do in many of the cosmopolitan cities where you drink reused toilet water. So it's much healthier. It's a lovely environment. The weather is amazing. I can eat off my land. Recently, I've just been eating some sour saps from my sour sap tree. And also, we had some bananas and some pawpaw. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm also looking at my avocado tree and hoping for some avocados too. So it's lovely. I have a donkey. I have, I think it's, I won't say how many cats because it might put you off, but let's just say that I had one cat, and the cat had a whole litter of kittens, and then had another litter, and I couldn't throw them out, so I ended up with loads of cats. But they stay outside the house, not inside the house, so it's quite all right. They kind of just do their own thing. And I have a donkey called Pundi, and yeah, we live a veritable very nice lifestyle. We drive the same cars as you do. We drive 4x4s, and it's lovely. It's really nice to be surrounded by your own people. That's for a start.
Yes.
Without having to worry about racism, discrimination, all this kind of thing. I work in 2 offices. We have 2 offices that we operate from. We have a few team members that we work with as well, which is amazing. It's really lovely working with people here, most of whom are loyal, and dedicated to the role. Of course, you have, you know, the few which aren't, which is really unfortunate, and it lets the side down. But you know, that happens in any
Yeah.
place. But the majority of the time, it's been phenomenal for me. I've had a phenomenal experience. I built my own home here,
Okay.
purchased the land just like you did. Yeah, I was in England when I purchased my land in 2015, and this is the land that my home is on. So,
Yeah.
you know, much like what you're going to do, but it gives
Yes.
you a choice, and it's also legacy building, because now my children have a choice. They don't have to stay in one place. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, my hot water comes from a solar water heater, and so everything is basically off the grid. It's so much cheaper, so much more. I don't have to worry about a mortgage. I don't have to worry about rent. I don't have to worry about electricity bills. I don't have to worry about gas bills. I just buy a canister of gas. I don't have to worry about water rates or water bills. I don't have to worry about parking fines. I don't have to worry about cameras. I don't have to worry about the police. I don't have to worry about getting a job or being marginalized. I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about seeing people in roles which don't look like me. My
Right.
president looks like me. My vice president looks like me. All the people in power look like me and are
Yes.
empowered. I
Yes.
also don't see the high level of poverty like I thought I would see in Africa. I don't see it. And so that is amazing, because I now know what community really is. And
Yes.
so now I know what community is. It's amazing. Do I still do the same things? Do I still go to the hairdressers? Of course I do. Do I still go and get my nails done? Of course I do. So I still get that leg wax? Of course I do. You know, I still go to the spa just like you do. You know, do I go to the opticians? Of course I do. Do I go to the dentist? Is it modern? Is it fabulous? Do I have private healthcare? Of course I do. So, you know, it's a veritable better lifestyle, and it's more affordable. And it's like my son, he loves going to school. He loves his experience here. As a family, I think it's, you know, I think it's wonderful. I mean, let me just explain to you that just like in all relationships and all marriages, like the problems that you had before you came here, they don't disappear. You know, so here is a place of healing. So you can
Yes.
try and heal. If the differences are too wide, then they're too wide. But don't worry about it, because you have a lot more choice here. You know,
Yes.
in England, it's like slim pickings when you're looking for a black man, you know, and so many black men like paired up with people from other races that it's like
Yes.
it gives you a complex. And so
Yes.
you start trying to look like the other race to try and compensate,
Yes.
you know, for the loss of the black man. And the black woman is now, you know, going across outside of her race because of the loss
Yes.
of the black man. So
Right.
it's like the unifying factor is here. That's what
Yes.
I mean to say. The unifying factor is here. Your self-confidence is here as well, because you feel really confident being here. Yeah, because you're surrounded by people who look like you and whose
Yes.
figures are not, you know, these anorexic little skeletons in the name of what beauty is. You know, you actually get to see beauty through an African lens, and that gives you
Yes.
confidence. And that took me a while also, you know, for it to really penetrate my cerebellum, and for me to become confident in appreciating myself as an African woman and calling myself an African woman as well. You know, I was no longer a color, you know, because in England you're black British, you're a
Yes.
color. And
Yes.
there's no such race that's called black British. It doesn't exist. And so
Yes.
being here, you get your identity back. You get your cultural identity back. You also get love back. And I think those things in of itself, and being in a country like the Gambia, which is so welcoming, so lovely, so warm, so beautiful, you know, it's an easy transition because, of course, a lot of people here speak English. And
Yes.
so it's not that challenging as it
Okay.
would be if you went to a country in which they didn't speak English. So,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
because there is a lot of tourism, they have got so used to working with a diverse range of people from all over the world. So it is really a phenomenal experience. And I would definitely recommend it to anybody that's fed up and had enough of, you know, being in a mediocre situation, a mediocre job, mediocre life where they're not appreciated, not wanted, not valued, suffering from discrimination, suffering from racism, suffering from that glass ceiling, the old boys club, suffering from depression, suffering from, you know, waking up every day to the same old routine. And you've got skills that you can bring, and you have that investment, that initial investment that you can bring. Because people say to me, oh, it's all right for you, Juliet, because you've got money. You know, my Gambian name is Diancho, but people still call me Juliet. And, you know, because you started with money. But I had to make a plan. And that's one of the things that I want to talk about today, is why
Yes.
it's important to have that plan in place. Once you have that plan in place, then you can start, yeah, to make your exit plan. BlaXit is the name of my channel. So I should have said at the beginning, I apologize. BlaXit is the name of my channel. And BlaXit was started by Wadu Maya, who is also a prolific influencer and vlogger, who interviewed me. And the interview went viral worldwide. And in the interview, I said that England is a dump. And the reason why I called England a dump was for a number of reasons, which I clarified and justified. But one of the reasons is because it makes you feel, you know, like you're living in a dump. It makes you feel that way because of the way people treat you, and the way
Yeah.
in which, you know, you feel about yourself, and the weather, the environment. And also, many people don't live, you know, in Buckingham Palace. They live in council estates. You know, the high level of homelessness, high level of crime and
Yes.
drug addiction and
Yeah.
prostitution and, you
Yeah.
know, deprivation is
Mhm.
high there. And it's not the picture that people like to paint to you of England, but it's true. Some children, you know, get their lunch out of the dustbin, you know, walking along to school. You know, you've got food banks where people survive. There's 1,200 food banks. Over 8,000 people sleep on the street, sleep rough every night, you know, and that's just in London alone, let alone other areas. So, you know, we've got to think about that. You know, we used to be involved in helping the homeless, so I'm very aware of the acute problems that we have. And you've got to remember that England has a benefit system, but even that, some people still fall through the net, particularly immigrants, especially illegal immigrants. And so there's a high level of problems in the UK. I've also been to the States quite a number of times as well.
Mhm.
The first time I went to the States, I was 18, and
Mhm.
I was so disheartened.
Yes.
I went to New York, so disheartened by what I saw. And this is no disrespect to anybody. That on the return journey, when I was supposed to pass back through America, I didn't. I took a direct flight back to the UK. I just said to myself, you know, what's the point? And so,
Right.
because like the image that I'd seen on television, I believed it.
No.
I believed it because that's what we're fed, this
Right.
glamorous,
Right.
glitzy, you
Mhm.
know, absolutely beautiful. The pavement shines like gold, and there's lights, and everywhere is the
No.
same as 42nd Avenue. But that is not the reality.
No.
That is not the reality. When I started to travel around, I went to New Jersey and to
Yep.
the Bronx and to Brooklyn and to
Mm.
Manhattan and to
Mhm.
other places. I was like, wow.
Yes.
It was a
Wow.
real reality check for me, because it's the same as London. You know, if you're just going to stay in Oxford Street, you're not really going to see what it's like in Hackney, or what it's like in Stoke Newington, or what it's
Yeah.
like in certain parts of Newham, or what it's
Yeah.
like in certain parts of, you know, Kensal Rise or Paddington or certain areas. You're not going to see what it's like at night at the back of Soho. You know, you're not
Right.
going to really see the reality. And that is
Right.
the truth, because what they like to perpetuate about Africa is that, you know, oh, you just see villages and these children running around in
Yeah.
you know, in short clothes. And that's
Yes.
not the reality at all. And that's why I'm going to ask everybody to try and, you know, go to BlaXit, the channel, and have a look through some of the content, and you will see an Africa
Yes.
that they don't want you to see. Okay,
Yeah.
the Africa they don't want you to see. Do I go to the shopping mall? Of course I go to the shopping mall. Do I, you know, eat at the concessions? Of course I do. Yeah. Do I go shopping in some of the designer shops? Occasionally. I go to the African ones and buy
Mhm.
African clothes.
Yeah.
You know, I have that choice. And I think that, you know, one of the other things that I'd like to stress about Africa is one lady, when she was flying in, she asked me about the airport. And I said to her, it's a normal airport. I don't understand. Like, what do you think you're flying into? Yes, we have airline, air controllers, and airport, and everything else. Same with the same old food concessions, and the same departure lounge and airport lounges you would have
Yeah.
anywhere else. And so, some of Africa's airports are some of the most beautiful airports in the world,
Yes.
actually. And so, Africa is an absolute paradise. It is a paradise. I think Bob Marley sang a song, yeah, which is like, you think you're living in heaven, but you're living in hell. It's true. It is
Oh,
so true.
wow.
When you're in the West, you think you're in the best, but you're not. We've been
No.
sold a lie. We've been deceived. We've been hoodwinked. We have
Yes.
been completely
Yes.
and totally fooled. We
Yes.
have been fooled. And I knew this from the age of 22. Like I said, when I first came to Africa, and I was like, I came back and I said, Mum, I'm going to live in Africa. This is it. I'm not living in England. This place is the dub. Like, I'm not living here. And so the whole dumb attitude has not been something that was born overnight. It's something that I've had for like.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, it's exciting. And the thing is, fresh food. You can't beat fresh food. Do you know what I mean? And you can go to the market. You can even get your chicken alive. It's
Yeah.
not like you have to go and get everything frozen, everything with preservative, everything was colored. Your fruit actually has seeds. Like even your banana has seeds. Your grapefruit has seeds. Your apples
Wow.
have seeds. Everything has seeds.
Okay.
Real seeds. It's real
Yeah.
food, and
Okay.
yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing because you're actually, living. You're
Yes.
not just, surviving. You're not just existing. Here, you can actually live. You can sit under a mango tree and just sit and eat mangoes and talk rubbish all day if you want to. And you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the humdrum of going to work. You know why? Because here it's a different mentality. It's a different approach to time. It's a different approach to urgency. You're not in like a slave mentality, I'll say. Yeah. And I don't want people to mistake what I'm saying.
Hmm.
What I'm
Hmm.
saying is that you're slave to the system. You're slave to paying, in England, you're a slave to paying the TV license.
Hmm.
You're a slave to paying all those taxes. You're a slave
Hmm.
to worrying about parking tickets. You're a slave to
Yeah.
worrying about speeding tickets. You're a
Yes.
slave to worrying about, council tax or other taxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're a slave to your social security number. You're a
Hmm.
slave to the time when you have to go into work. You have to even ask permission so you can even have a holiday. What? I nearly said what it was. But I mean, what kind of life are we living? Sorry, that's the
No.
Jamaican of you. I couldn't help that. But, what kind of life? You have to ask permission so that you
Right.
can take some time out of the prison. Come
Yeah.
on, that's like applying for leave, or parole. And when you look at it like that, here my son goes to school. I don't have to worry about writing to school if I want to take him on holiday. I simply say I'm going to take him on holiday. They say, "Oh, well, it's good experience for him. Take him. It's good for him."
Yes. Yes.
This is
Yes.
life. This is living.
Yes.
I don't have to worry about Social Security going to take my children away. Take them away for what?
Right.
Take them away
Right.
for who? Put them into what? A system that's going to, be entrapped with paedophilia? No.
Yes.
My
Yes.
son is here. He's free.
Yes. Yes.
He can who he wants to be.
Yes.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yes. Yes.
Is like getting up and if I want to, I swim 20 laps in my swimming pool, which is in my backyard, you
Oh,
know, and have some fruit if I'm
yeah.
eating. Sometimes I do this alternative day fasting thing because I eat too much food. But anyway, the food here is so good. You can't help overeating sometimes. The food is fresh and nice. And
Yeah.
so, so I do my swim, I'll do the school run and then, I'll go to the office, I'll do my work. And, I do what I love. I love to vlog. I love to, go on camera. I love to
Yeah.
travel. I love to share. And
Yeah.
I also love to create investment opportunities because I was a business developer. The first thing that I studied at university was actually law. An LLB
Okay.
taught law, to read law.
Okay.
And then the second thing I studied was business. So, that's important. And people say, oh, you've got those opportunities there. But yeah, I meet graduates here. There are
Yeah.
universities here in Africa too.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
are lecturers here too. And, I'm not saying that the salaries are exactly the same. I'm not saying that there's a great big gap, because of the currency, because we're not investing enough. We're not building Africa enough to
Hmm.
make it on the same equal terms. That investment has to come from us.
Yeah.
Where was I this morning? I was working this morning. I was, in Sanyang, looking at 46 plots for an investor, 45 plots, let me get it corrected, 45 plots for an investor, who wants to come here and develop an estate. So, that's what I was doing, and making sure and doing my due diligence, looking at land papers, meeting with the landowners, going over the boundaries of the land, understanding where the parameters of the land is.
Mhm.
That's where I was, driving around with very rich men, very enjoyable. And and this is it. The whole myth that everyone in Africa is poor. Yeah,
Yes.
you need to get Dangote and get over it. Yeah, get Dangote and get over it. If you don't know who
Yeah.
Dangote is, go and research who Dangote is and realize that there are lots of Dangotes in
Hmm.
Africa. So,
Wow.
it's a veritable paradise in many ways. Yes, there
Yeah.
is poverty.
Uh-oh. I think we kind of lost you,
I
Julia.
would say the same thing. Um,
Uh-huh.
in the UK also, and this is just how it is. So I think, to many people who have thought about Africa not having think again, we have the same business blocks as you do. There's even a new city being built right in Gambia that's going to have 5,000 new homes and all art facilities. So, and there's also Twins, that's Taft City, and Taft City has a university in it, it has a college in it, it has a school in it, it has a retirement home in it, it
Wow.
has a clinic or hospital, mini hospital in it,
Wow.
it has a boulevard in it, it has a shopping mall in it, it has a fire station, petrol station, police station, municipality. It has agricultural area, hydroponics area. It has a recreational communal areas. It has, high level security, and it is
Yeah.
a smart city. So it's eco-friendly. And of course, it uses all modern technology for its security system.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
don't think that when you're coming to Africa, you're not going to see people driving Range Rovers and Porsche Camaras and, G
Yeah.
Stars and, the other
Woo!
African also produced
Yes.
cars. You will see it.
Yes. Yes.
So, don't think that you're not going to see people who are living in veritable paradises. Don't think that you're not going to come and see hotels with swim up pools, with beautiful swim up pools and absolutely beautiful gardens and phenomenal restaurants and meals. Don't think you're not going to see it right there on the beach. Of course you are. Of
Yes.
course
Oh,
you are. Yeah.
it's
There's
very
nothing that's here that isn't here.
yeah.
But they've just told you that. Yes,
Yes.
there are beautiful provincial villages as well. You must visit. So you have the modern, and then you
Yeah.
have the traditional, and the both of them are intertwined beautifully here, and I love it because I love as well. I live in a village. I chose to live in a village rather than a commercial area. And I love living in a village. I love walking down to the market square with the ladies and bartering and, buying my stuff. I love like Korosei and, celebration times where we all swap food, eat food, enjoy ourselves together.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm working so hard, I don't get time to mix as much as I would like to.
Wow.
Hard. I just walk down there just to get mangoes as I'm walking into the village. And I absolutely love it. They have functions down there, parties down there, concerts down there, and in the fields and in the market square sometimes. And so you join in the celebration, you join in the joy, and I think
Yes.
that's really, really important. And also you give charity, and I think giving charity is also very important. Giving charity, like
Yeah.
even if it's rice or
Hmm.
a bag of sugar or some money.
Yeah.
We do a lot of that here to help those people that are less fortunate. So it
Yeah.
balances it out. But the one thing I realize there, even though people are poor, they're happy.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can have
Yeah.
all the modern trinkets, all of the modern things,
And
and
still not be
still
happy.
be really unhappy in the West. I
Yes.
am 1,000,000% happier living here
Yeah.
than I was living in the UK. I am so happy. Even my money, the money that you use, you're no longer looking at the oppressor every time you have to spend money.
God.
Don't get me wrong, the pounds and the dollars is strong. But when you're actually here spending the money on a daily basis and you're seeing people that look like you, it gives
Yeah.
you an edge. It gives you
Yeah.
like that kind of confidence.
Yes.
It gives you, and I've got a bigger bedroom here than I had in the UK. I have a bigger bathroom. My ensuite bathroom is bigger than I had in the UK because you buy your land, you've got your space.
Yes.
Like
Wow.
£1,800 for the land that I live on. Come on. You know,
Wow.
you can
Yeah.
buy your land and build your house for a
Yes.
fraction of the money that you'd be paying in a mortgage. It's just
Wow.
crazy. It's just defies all logic. And you don't have to wait 25 years to pay off that
Yeah.
mortgage. Even
Wow.
in
Yeah.
Taft City, the mortgage is just 10 years.
Wow.
So you can make and you pay like quarter of the money down payment, and then you can pay in like that time. And there are houses which are like, from 40,000 upwards. So
Yes.
it's like, it's a no-brainer. You're putting
Yeah.
yourself to buy a house for like 250,000, tying yourself up in debt for how
Yeah.
long? What for? A mortgage is like they said, it's a dead debt. It's a death debt.
Yes. Yes.
That means,
Yes.
you might not even pay it off before you die. So
Yes.
why get rid of your debt, be debt free, be financially independent, and be financially free, and
Yes.
live in a better environment, a nicer environment. Someone said to me,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't like bugs." I said, "So there's bugs in every country. Every country I've been
Yeah.
to, there's bugs."
Every country.
I remember
Yeah.
when I was in a subway in New York and I saw a rat like this big run.
Yes.
I
You
looked,
tell
the rat was big like a
you
cat.
a cat.
I
Yes.
said, they feed them down here? And so you get
Right.
bugs everywhere.
Yes.
I used to also do some training, some teaching in
Uh-huh.
prisons in England,
Okay.
and the roaches, like in one of the
Yes.
prisons, was just crazy. The size of the
Yes.
roaches in England, they were like
Yes.
massive. And
Yes.
so, you get them
Right.
everywhere. But
Right.
my point I'm making is that, every place has got its own nuances. Every place
Yes.
has got its own things. In England, we call them gnats. Here they call them mosquitoes. They're the
Okay.
same thing.
Uh-huh.
And so what I'm trying to say is you've got flies in England, you've got flies in Africa.
Yeah.
It's the same, but they're just trying to make things look worse. So what they
Yes.
do is when the media go and they cover something, they go to like a dirty pond, yeah, or they'll go to an area which is a village out in the provinces that
Uh-huh.
is a traditional village that probably doesn't want to be on the grid, yeah,
Right.
and might be
Right.
traditional, and in that way, there's nothing wrong with that way of life either. Yeah,
Right.
that is a choice that people can make also.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but they'll sometimes find an orphanage or they'll find a poverty stricken area that might have been
Yeah.
hit by disaster, and then they'll
Yep.
film. And then they'll
Yep.
tell you that is the picture of Africa.
Yep. That's what we believe.
If I could take you to an area in England, in Clacton on Sea, called,
Hmm.
what's they called it,
Yeah.
Jaywick, and if you went to Jaywick at the time that I went to Jaywick, you'd wonder where the hell you was. You think you was in a film of epic disaster and destruction and poverty, and and
Yeah.
these places exist in England. So
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that this is the narrative that they've been feeding us, but it is not the correct narrative. They have
Yes.
a much better standard of living because you're not stressed.
Yes.
You can afford to have stuff because the salaries are lower here, right, in
Right.
terms of the cost of living. So you can afford to create employment, which is a great opportunity for somebody. So, rather than killing yourself to death cleaning your house, you pay someone to clean it. Rather than
Right.
killing yourself, to go and to cook, you
Yes.
pay someone to
Yes.
do it. Someone to do your garden,
Yes.
someone
Yes.
to do security, someone to do even to drive you. I used to have a driver.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I love this,
Yeah.
but like I said, for me, I'm very independent. So, I like driving myself.
Yes.
it was nice for a while. But
Yes.
what I'm trying
Until
to
you
say
win.
is that you're creating that employment opportunity when you come
Yes.
here, and you can create a business that can create and generate even more jobs. So why not come and contribute to the economy here? And the plots that we have, yeah, it's like
Yes.
$1,000, like
Can't beat it.
$1,100. It's like $1,000 plus 10% management fee. Yeah, that's in
Yes.
Busura. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we've got other plots which are by the river. You know, they're more expensive, and the ones by the sea are more expensive, as you can imagine. But they're not even that expensive.
Right.
They're not
Right.
even that expensive. I don't know what they are in dollars. I can't convert it right now. But
So
you
you
know,
said
you're paying
thousand
less than
dollars.
$5,000. Hmm?
I'll take two, please. I'll take two. You said the
Yeah,
land is a
definitely,
thousand dollars.
definitely.
They don't understand that. People think, wow, you mean $1,000? Yes, $1,000. You got that when you had your
Yeah.
stimulus check. They could have bought two or three plots for the money that they got in the stimulus check and for your taxes. This is a great time to even purchase your land now. You got your income tax? Buy some land. That's what I did when I got that little stimulus check. I bought my land with it. So, what have we got to lose? Let me ask you a question, Julia. Why did you choose Gambia over all of the African continents? Why Gambia? Can you hear me? I think we can't hear you.
I think it's buffering a bit.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Cav, can you turn the internet off on my phones, please?
We can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Exactly. Sorry, 1 second. Caffrey, can you turn the internet off on my phones, please? Because I think it's buffering a bit.
I can see you now. Yep. We're going to wait for her to come on back in with us. But I'm telling you, this is an amazing. She's telling you all about Africa. You guys don't miss getting your wealth. Don't let them tell you that Africa is all of nothing. Don't let them tell you that. Africa is just what she said it is. That's why I wanted her to come on here because it's so important. It's very important for her. I'm going to see here. I think she's going to come back on here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to add her over here. Here we go. Thank you. There you go. There she is. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, it
I
was
can hear you.
buffering.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But why Gambia? Out of all of the Africa, why Gambia?
Turn the
Why
internet
did
off
you
on all of them for me, please, Cav. Did you do it? Oh, pass them for me. Pass all the phones for me, and I'll turn them on. I'm just going to
That's
check
fine.
because I think I've got 3 phones with all the internet on. That could be causing that. Just
The
bring them all
delay.
for
That's fine.
me, please.
Yeah.
Not all of them, because they're all on the internet.
So now she's told you, family, how great Africa is. Now the choice is yours. You could either believe what white supremacy is
No,
telling you
don't
about Africa,
turn it off. Pass it for me, please.
or you can go and see and check for yourself. So the choice is yours. For me, I'm gonna go and see for myself. I'm just saying. I'm planning on going in October, and we're going to see Africa for ourselves. We're not going to believe what the media, the propaganda that the media told us. We are going to see Africa for ourselves. And why did you choose Gambia? Also, what kind of businesses do you see that's needed in Africa, Julia? We want to give people some ideas of
Wow.
what they can possibly do.
I chose Gambia because there's actually a family connection. My grandmother told me that, you know, my family originated from here.
Okay.
So on my maternal on my maternal side. So
Okay.
she actually said Cambia, and I couldn't find it. And then it was only when I realized in Mandinka they say Cambia. And so then
Oh,
I realized that it was
so that's what
here.
she meant.
So that was a connection. But also I fell in love I fell in love with Gambia when I first came here. I've been to other African countries, but
Okay.
something just clicked spiritually. It was like
Okay.
finally the lock, the key fitted in the lock.
Yes.
And I have traveled to other African countries, which I absolutely love. I am planning to go to Nigeria and also to Ghana.
Okay.
So, I'm enjoying it. And to be honest with you, Africa's taken years off me as well in
Wow.
terms of, my body feeling healthier, being more
Yeah.
active. When I was in England, I was riddled with arthritis.
Okay.
And, I also was unfortunate enough to have some accidents,
Okay.
which, caused me to have some major operations, including a hip operation, a hip replacement operation. And
Wow.
so when I was there, I was on crutches
Wow.
and, was constantly having to have aided walking. For a
Yeah.
long time, I wasn't even able to walk properly. And
Wow.
so was wheelchair bound. And
Wow.
so
Wow.
it was so good
Yeah.
to be able to not have to live on painkillers.
Yes.
I can drink
Yes.
natural ginger and
Yes.
Monjo, you know, and just be more pain free. And I think the
Yes.
sun does
It
something
heals your
to
body.
you.
Yes.
Yeah,
The sun heals.
living in the sun here, yeah,
Yeah.
it really does something to your body.
Yes.
The
Yes. I will
vitamin
say
D, there's something that's in that vitamin D that really revolutionizes,
yes.
your whole body, the heat. I
Yes.
think we need heat.
Yes. You
I
do.
think we need that kind of a special kind of sun, yeah, in
Yes.
order to hang on
I
a
think
minute,
I think that's
in
why a
order
lot
to penetrate
of
us.
yes. Yes. I think a lot of that sunlight that you guys have in Africa caused you guys
Hmm.
not to get sick. And people couldn't understand it. And I said, it's the sun. It heals our bodies. We can lay in the sun all day long and it'll heal our body.
I'm
If
not
you're
gonna
hurting,
exactly.
that's why it's there for us.
Exactly. I
So
mean, I'm
that's
not going to talk too much about the pandemic,
uh-huh. Hmm.
but certain people predicted that there'll be dead bodies all over Africa with the pandemic.
Sure did.
And it was actually, the opposite. The dead bodies weren't sprawled here, that's for sure. And in fact,
Exactly.
I don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody who's lost anybody or suffered or
Hmm.
been ill, because I had loved ones that were ill in England, you
Yeah.
know, with this illness,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we were living here,
And
and
nothing.
it was almost as though we were in a different dimension.
Yes, the sun.
We weren't being controlled in the same way.
That's
Like
right.
even when they had what they call it, they enforced some curfews and stuff.
Yeah.
People
Uh-huh.
were
We
people
like
were just going about their business. Just
because it
it
didn't
was
affect you
hilarious
guys.
because
It didn't
people
affect
live in
you.
communities here.
Yes. Yes. It didn't affect Africa at
People
all.
live in communities,
And people couldn't understand why
not in
not.
the same way that they
Nope.
predicted that it would.
Nope.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that I was here during that time, because
Yeah.
the kind of psychosis and
Yeah.
mental illness, undiagnosed
Yeah.
mental illness, that we talked about the other day, that I have
Yes.
noticed in many people
Yes.
who became stir crazy,
Yes.
who lost their jobs,
Yes.
who
Yes.
saw people die, the kind
Yes.
of psychological trauma
Hmm.
and control mechanisms that have now
Hmm.
been implanted, and people have been subjected to, that
Yes.
how
Uh-oh.
high.
Hmm.
They don't question anything. If
No.
they say go and take this inoculation, they go and they run, and they don't question what's in it. They don't question the side effects. They
They
don't question whether they even need it, or
yep.
whether their natural immune system is enough.
Right. Right.
And so what I saw was so many people all become sheeple. They just
Yes.
became like sheep, just
Yes.
following the
Yes.
herd. And, there's an old saying, if everyone's going to jump off the bridge to their death, are you going to follow them?
Some people will.
And it's either you've got to stop for a minute and think,
Yeah.
why are they jumping off that bridge? And well, no, actually, I don't want to die. I don't want that. I don't know what the long-term side effects are. I don't know. It
Right.
hasn't been researched enough. I haven't, had enough time to really delve into it. So I think I'll pass for now.
Yes. Yes. Forever. Because you didn't need it, especially when a whole lot of people in Africa wasn't even dying. Considering a lot of European countries like France and Italy, a lot of people died. Remember when they first came out, a lot of people were dying.
Yeah, exactly. And remember this, I can't verify that. I can't verify the figures that the media tell me because,
No.
to be honest with you, yeah, I'm a media skeptic because I know propaganda when I see it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I can't verify facts. I know one thing, there was a report done in England, and that report uh, did not did not actually show the same figures at the mortuary than that were being depicted in the news. So,
Oh,
and there are question marks
mhm.
over the veracity and
Uh-huh.
authenticity of
Okay.
some of the reports.
Okay.
And so I think that we also need to question what we hear and
Yes.
not be fed information. I know. Yeah, no, right? And so, yeah, we have to, look into these things
Yes.
and question them. I think the very most that we should do is have an inquisitive mind about
Yes.
everything
Everything.
that we read,
Yes.
and especially about Africa. Have an inquisitive mind. Have an inquisitive mind, because you might find out that it's different to what you think.
Yes.
If you want to see, an advanced society, then try and go to like some of the bigger cities, like in Rwanda, Kigali,
Yes.
yeah, go to
Yes.
Kenya, yeah,
Yes.
go to Ghana, go to Accra, yeah,
Yes.
go to Lagos, go to
Yes.
Abuja, go to Port
Yes.
Harcourt, go and travel, even go to some of the islands like Mauritius,
Yes.
Seychelles, go
Yes.
to South Africa, go to Joburg. There's so much, so many places that are, beautiful and, also have their African authenticity still
Mhm.
intact.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I would say to anybody, if they are interested and, are thinking about, they've had enough and they'd like to repatriate, please, do get in contact with us. It's easy,
Yeah.
info@blaxithome.com. That's info, blaxithome.com. So it's info@blaxithome.com. You can email us or you can give us a WhatsApp call on +220 240 5273,
Okay.
or a message, because I'm easier to reach by a message actually. So that's +220 240 5273. And so, it would be great if you are interested to do that. And that's the reason why I'm here today, on a Sunday, to speak to Cassandra, because Cassandra has obviously bought her own land and
Yeah.
invested, and
Yeah.
she's coming home to see them. I can't wait to go to Carton with you because you are
Yeah.
going to, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful there. It
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
beautiful. You're going to love it. You're going to wish you bought more.
I
Yeah, I'm going
plan
to tell
to.
you that now for free.
I plan to. I want to put your
And you're
info.
going to absolutely adore Busara. Busara
Yes.
is paradise as well. Busara is
Is it
so, and what I
really?
love about Busara is the feeling. It's the feeling that you get when you're there. And that's why so many people have bought there. There's over 600 plots. And, there's only a few left, of the $1,000 plots. But
Okay.
there is, more areas coming up, more areas coming available. What I do is I negotiate on in the terms of repatriation, so that
Okay.
you're not getting market price. You're not getting market price. You're getting well below market price for the price of the lands. Because my argument is that should it's BlaXit Home, one no S, BlaXit
Oh,
Home.
no S. Okay. Okay. Let me take that off then because I want to make sure they got it. Hold on. Let me put that. It's info at
Yeah,
blacksit.com.
thank you.
Okay. Info.
Hello, sorry,
BlaXit.
Hmm?
there's no bars left.
It's okay, don't worry.
You're gonna have to get fuel later.
Listen. I'm just live.
Okay,
Sorry.
got you.
Thank you.
This is better.
I
Okay,
will
that's,
go in a minute.
and then I want to show this one, make sure that they can see it. Okay.
Yes.
BlaXit homes. Okay. BlaXit. Tell us more about, and then I'm gonna let you go because I know you're busy and I don't want to hold your whole day up. About the opportunity as far as business, owning businesses. What would you suggest? How do we prepare
Yeah.
here
It's
to
very
be able
easy to register and have a business here.
okay, okay. Do you what
Well,
kind would
if
you
you've been watching BlaXit, you'll see that I have been featuring a few businesses.
mm-hmm.
Sorry to cut you. There was a delay. I didn't realize you were still talking.
Oh
Apologies.
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
There's slight buffering, so I don't know when you stopped.
Okay, that's okay. You go ahead. I'm giving you the
Okay,
floor.
so if you notice, sorry, I've been featuring quite a few diasporan businesses, as in African descendants who have returned back to Africa recently on the channel. One such business was a logistics business, a sand transporting business from a lady who comes from Washington, I think.
Mhm.
Juliet, I'm not sure if I got it wrong, if I got it right, the area that she comes from. But anyway, let's forget the area that she comes from. But she's from the States,
Okay.
and she launched her own Sandbird logistics company, which transports sand
Okay.
within construction. And she bought her lorries, and
Yeah.
she's running her lorries. There are other people here. Yesterday, I was at a launch of a dry cleaning business, a laundry business called S Express. And so
Yes.
I was at that launch interviewing the owner yesterday. I was
Yes.
also in another business called Smile Lounge, which is a lovely concept, sort of like boutique restaurant
Okay.
in Coloni, which is also lovely, run by a lovely lady called Zandela. It was
Okay.
Sonia who opened the Express, and it was Jamila who had
Okay.
the sand brand. And also, there's really nice theme restaurants and so on, Caribbean restaurants, American restaurants.
Ooh.
Um, there's bars, there's people with shops
Okay.
that sell clothing, there are people with shops that sell hardware, people that sell car parts, um, people that have done beauty shops.
Okay.
Some people are into entertainment and
Okay.
have marketing and promotional business.
Okay.
Some people are into farming and agriculture. That's a huge area here because
Okay.
it's very fertile, very lovely. Some people, they're now going into more offshore drilling of oil and
Okay.
gas.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Also, there are minerals here.
Mhm.
As you know, Africa is mineral rich. And
Okay.
so there's a lot of opportunities and education. We need more schools, we need more
Yes.
clinics, more hospitals. There's infrastructure contracts, transport contracts. I did a program on the OIC. I showed um, um, uh, the new center, conference center, which has just been built. I can't even remember how many millions it cost. I think it's 50 million.
Wow.
Conference center, state of the art conference center. It's amazing.
Mhm. Wow.
There's so many things
Yeah.
that you can do. There's a brand new VVIP presidential lounge being built. There's new roads being
Okay.
of here.
Wow.
But insurance, shipping, internet services, these are all things that you can actually go into in terms
Yeah.
of business. And obviously, we don't have many banks here. There is a new bank which is just opened, which is called Bloom Bank, here in Gambia. There are also,
Mhm.
the Trust Bank, GT Bank, Echo Bank. So you have African banks. And so, and I've never had any issues with my money in an African bank,
Okay.
because I bank with, an African bank as well, a Gambian bank. In fact, the longest standing Gambian bank here is Trust Bank, I think. And
Okay.
so, there are those opportunities. There's opportunities within the motor mechanics industry. There's opportunities within so many other service industries, production,
Okay.
manufacturing.
Okay.
also agro processing,
Yes.
pyrolysis.
I love it.
The opportunities are endless, absolutely endless.
Yes.
Logistics, shipping, trucking,
Yes.
also childcare, nurseries, everything. As long as you've got a skill,
Hmm. Hmm.
architecture,
Yes.
surveyors, anything to do with construction as well. A lot of construction is happening here at the
Right.
moment. Hiring of machinery for construction is
Yeah.
very lucrative as well, lucrative business. Shipping,
Oh,
actually doing shipping as a business, like what eZone is doing. eZone is
okay.
doing shipping as a business, and so there's too many to talk
Wow.
about, but I
Yes.
just wanted to kind of come on your show and give you an inkling as to the
Thank you.
opportunities that are here.
Yeah.
And just to say, for me, I do, very simple. I'm very simple with what I do.
Okay.
I do mainly repatriation services, but we also help people to find ready-made homes. We also
Okay.
find, homes. We also find bargains for people who want to just come and get a house. We also,
Okay.
sometimes we find houses for like £25,000, like a three-bedroom house. And
Wow.
so we also help people to find rentals. We also help people to find hotels and
Okay.
holiday homes. We also help
Okay.
people to do their TIN numbers, which is the equivalent to the social security number. We help them to get their driving license,
Oh,
to get their residency. We
okay.
help them to open a bank account.
Okay.
Um, throughout the whole process, because it's easier when you've got someone who can show you that way. Firstly, you don't get bogged down with bureaucracy.
Yes.
Secondly, you have a quick and easy process. And
Yeah.
lastly, if anyone wants to pull up the wool over your eyes, they're not able to do it because And
Right.
so, it's important that, we are able to offer that and to help people. And with regard to land acquisition as well, that is phenomenal because we watch people go and build their houses.
Mhm.
We were supporting and helping with land document processing. And some people don't have much patience, and they've got to realize that everything in Africa takes longer. It's a
Yes.
much, much longer process. You might
Yes.
get lucky where it's really quick,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
invariably the processes are more manual in certain departments than
Okay.
others. So you will expect to have a delay. So people
Okay.
also need to have patience and
Yeah.
realize that Africa is not America, and Africa
Yes.
certainly is not England.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know, in
Yeah.
some ways you've got, new fandangled technology and it works really well, and in
Mhm.
another way you don't. And like I said, if you have your solar, you don't have the same power outages and problems as you would if you was on grid. And you've got to realize that all of
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
we take the rough with the smooth here, but I'd rather
Yes.
take the rough with the smooth here than anywhere else. It's
Yes.
a wonderful
Yes.
place to live, a great environment, peaceful environment, tranquil environment, fun
Yeah.
environment, and
Yeah.
loving environment. And that is what we all deserve, and that is what we all need.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm going to go soon because I have to go. I've got other commitments. But
Yes.
I just wanted to thank you so much for having me
Thank you.
on. And,
Thank you.
thank you for sending me the link to your book. I'm going to order it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'll see you on BlaXit on
Yes, ma'am.
Thursday.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And
Thank
we
you.
usually
I
do our
appreciate
show
you.
at 8 o'clock. And I want all the BlaXit subscribers that might be watching can I see your comments if you don't mind?
Actually, let me see. How do I do it? I'm like, how do I do it? I don't. Oh, did I take it off? Yeah. Did
Okay,
you?
it's
Can
there.
you?
I got it. It's
Yeah.
okay. I've done it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
what I'd like to do is come on to BlaXit on Thursday, and let's see if we can get you some more subscribers and some more followers to your channel, because I've been looking at your content. It's really interesting, and you know what? We all need to help each other. If we don't help each other grow, then what's the point?
right. Right. And that's what it's about. It's about team playing, and that's what we have to be. We
Yeah,
have to love on.
absolutely. For me, when you invited me on, I was really honored, to come onto your channel, and it's a great honor to speak to someone like
Yeah.
who has really, written such a prolific book to try and help us, meander our way through this system,
Yes,
meander
yes,
our way through, this environment we find ourselves in.
yes,
And so, like I said, when you're here, I'd like to say hello to Darren Lewis, 88. Lewis, say hi
yes, yes.
to you. Thanks for joining.
Welcome.
It's an awesome honor, to
Yeah,
be here with you, and for everyone that's watching, because after you've posted it is when you'll get
yeah,
views, as typical.
yes,
That's how it
yes.
is, yeah.
That's usually what it
And
is.
so, in hindsight, for everybody who hasn't watched and who is watching this, I would
Yeah,
like to remind you to please subscribe to Casidra's channel. Very
yeah.
important,
Thank you.
and to also, of course, check out BlaXit, that's BLAXIT, which is our
Yeah,
channel dedicated to your repatriation, relocation back to the motherland, back to Africa, back to your nation with your mind emancipation. We're, on a Garveyite philosophy, a Pan-African philosophy. So
yeah,
that's what we're about. And I'm so glad that you believed in us and
yes,
you trusted us,
yes, yes.
because
Sticking
as you know,
around.
the path to success is not easy. Everyone tries to pull you down. Everybody tries to critique you, tries to
Yeah,
disregard you, tries to
yeah.
discredit you, and even when you're doing a really good job. So I
Right.
just want to say thank you for doing an excellent job and for having me on today.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was like, oh my God, I'm
You're
scared to ask
welcome.
this. I'm going to just ask anyway. But thank you so much for just coming.
Oh
I
no, you're
appreciate you.
so welcome.
And thank you for my land.
Send me the link for your show so I can advertise it, okay,
Okay. I
on my
will. I will.
channel.
I will. I will.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and so we'll
coming,
get you some
Sati.
more views.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Have
Take
a good
care.
day.
I
Okay.
love you. Have a good
Love you, girl.
evening. Yeah,
Thank you.
you
You too.
too.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Anybody have questions? Sister, 'cause I wanted to ask you something. Do you think Steve Harvey? Who? What are you saying now, 88? And thank you for joining us, 88. D. I didn't know if she wants to be, on but she is here. And I appreciate everybody that has come on. And I appreciate everybody who will visit and watch this live after it's done, the recording. I do appreciate you taking your time out to even come. So now you have the truth about Africa. Don't be afraid to come. Don't be afraid to go. No, I told you I'm going in October. I'll be on her show on Thursday. I think she said 7 o'clock her time, which is let me see, 2 3 o'clock our time, Eastern time, and it's 7 o'clock her time, if I'm not mistaken. And therefore, Africa is 4 hours ahead of us. So her time now in Africa, I think it's 3 o'clock here, but it's like 7 o'clock there. So just be looking out because we're moving. We're on the move. I'm bringing people on the show that's trying to help us to understand that it's more to life than America. Don't be afraid to try something new because guess what? You may enjoy that newness. Let me read what you're saying. 88. Let's see. About Will and Steve Harvey spoke about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. They were basically scolding Will for what he did. I don't, you know what? I don't get into that. I think that's more of a distraction. It's so much other stuff that we are going to stay focused on here. I don't care about Will Smith. I don't care about the slap. I just don't care. I care about our safety. I care about us storing food. I care about us seeing the future. I care about us seeing the dangers of being here in America, being here in those white European countries. They don't like us. We know it. I care about giving us another reason to want to live. I care about us being free. Just like I keep telling you about the foundation. I do have a foundation. Here's my beautiful cards that my girlfriend did for me. D, I love you. Thank you. She did that for me. And it's the Ram in the Bush. And we have created jobs for our babies, 18 to 25. I've got trucking. They can get their Class A license if they want to be a trucker, but you have to be 21 to 25. I've gotten spots for mechanics. You can be 18 to 25 for that. You can be man or woman. I have spots at the barber school. You can be man or woman. You just have to have your diploma. 18 to 25. I have spots at getting ready to do a security on Monday. have an appointment to talk to a guy for security. We are going to invent, we are going to have our own investigating team. We're going to have our own police department. So therefore, you don't have to call 911. You'll call BLACK and we'll be there to help our own. We don't have to call them for everything. We're going to stop using them for anything. So when we don't call them, they won't have nothing to do. And our police officers are going to be nationwide, and they're going to be patrolling our neighborhoods. So guess what? We don't even have a reason for them to come into a Black area, into a Black neighborhood, and our police will stop them from even coming into our neighborhoods. This is the plan, but I cannot do it by myself. I need help. If we have parents, if we have whoever wants to help and do it in their city, we can do it from Florida. We can do it in South Carolina. We can do it in Georgia. We can do it in Virginia. We need help. I can't do this by myself. With the CDL, it's with a trucking company, and what they're going to do is pay for your bus ticket to get there. They'll pay for your room, but I have to pay for their food. So we're going to start taking donations for that. I don't want to send these kids off for 4 weeks training with the CDL Class A. You're trained for 4 weeks. They're going to hire you. You already have a job. You work for them for 1 year. And then guess what? You can take that certificate and you can take it and open up your own trucking company. You can take it to Africa and drive over there. You can do import exporting like Julia was just telling us about. These are opportunities for us to be free. I don't want to hear another person talk about another school incident when we have a whole Black school, and it's called, I always do this, it's called ZyX Institute. It's a Black school in New York. It's XYAYX Institute in New York. It's a Black school, and that Black school it's online. It's virtual. You can take your children out of the white schools, send them to ZyX Institute, and we can have a program. Somebody can start a program where we're hiring grandmas to come into the homes nationwide, and they can watch your children while you work. You can have the grandmas and pay them maybe $70 a week because they already have income coming in. So they don't need, I'm not saying they don't need money, but we're not trying to break anybody. But if you can take that hair money that you would use, do your own hair and your own nails, and pay that grandma $70 to $100 a week to come in and watch your babies while you working. I'm just saying, we complain, but if there's things that we can do, okay, there's things that we can do now to change our situation. So I don't want to hear any of this, what's going on about, I don't care. What I'm concerned with is us being free mentally. And I told you guys before the show about the foundation. Let's not forget our girls' foundation, Hope of Love Community Outreach. Let's not forget this. Okay, we are here to support each other. Let's start supporting each other. And it's embracing the communities with hope and love. And her phone number, her website is her email address, I should say, is www.hope of LOVE community outreach.org. Okay, that's her foundation. I want you guys to support. You guys, we have to start supporting each other. We can't be so busy to where we are still being brainwashed and not supporting our own, but we want to support everybody else's and then complain because we still not free. No. Let me see what you're saying, 88. Dr. Umar has been basically clapped by the court system now. Black Wall Street, probably groups find a way to stay connected and involved with Blacks. Okay. Nations for school. Well, they're trying to do that on purpose with Dr. Umar because they know they don't like his Blackness. They don't like his talking points. So you just need to remember that anytime that white America is stopping something, it's because it was good for us. They should be shutting down these schools that's teaching our children, and you're allowing them to teach our children about LGBT. You should be ashamed of yourself. These parents that's on here that's allowing their children to stay, who's being abused in those white schools. You know what they do to us on these jobs, right? And you think they're not doing it to your children, and they're getting away with it because your children don't know. So they've been brainwashing our children for a long time. So this is the way Black folk act. This is why we act the way we act toward each other now. We didn't used to have hatred for each other. But when you allow your enemies to educate you, you begin to hate yourself and you begin to look up to your enemy because they're teaching you. You never let your enemy educate your children. Never, because guess what? If I can get your child, I can change your whole generation. And now what do they put in our schools? LGBT. So they won't put TRT in our schools for us to teach them about the critical race theory, but they'll teach your child about LGBT, and Black folk ain't even saying nothing. So my thing is, if you don't care about your children, there's nothing I can do. You have a whole Black school that you can send your children to. And who even checked out Zach's Zach Institute? Who's checked it out? Who's investigated? Who's called them? Who's taking their money out of your bank and put it into One United Bank? It's a Black bank. We have our own bank. How many people have taken their monies out of Wells Fargo, out of BB&T and Bank of America? How many people have actually taken their money and put their money into One United Bank? It's a Black bank. Yes, you've had issues at work. But guess what? We don't keep on having issues at work because we're not trying to do anything to better ourselves, but we want to complain and we want to fuss and cuss about white folk, but then you ain't doing nothing for yourself. You got a whole foundation here that is teaching our babies. Within a year, we'll be well on our way. I have a security team for a reason. I have one more that I'm going to check out Monday. I want to get the websites up. I want us to go into creating our own YouTube channels or creating our own Facebook channels. I want to teach them how. And we have students right now. There was a 10-year-old little boy who he was Black. He was a little boy. He's Black, and he did some, he broke into the school's computer. Okay. I want that little boy. I need him on my team. I'm going to get in touch with his mother, and I'm going to see if I can put him on my team, because guess what? He can actually go to class and learn how to create our own platform. I'm just saying, I want that little boy on my team before they get to him, because when they get to him, they gonna teach him their way. I want to get to him first because I want to teach him our way. I want to use him to build a platform for us. I want to use him to build our own platform. I want to use him to actually put him at the table. I'm building a table here, right? So he's going to be a member of my table. I got to get him young. They're going to get him if I don't. We got to learn how to grab hold of our own. We have to learn how to make a difference in our own community. We have to start doing for self. I have a girlfriend living in Florida that she's looking for, because guess what? You can, with a CDL, you can live anywhere in the world, because they're going to send you to two places, either Utah or Indiana. So if you're in Florida, you want to do that Class A, they're going to send you to Utah, and they're going to pay for your bus ticket to get there. And they're going to pay for your room while you're there. Only thing you have to pay for is your food. You do have one more fee, and that's to get your CDL permit. And that's between $60 and $80. But guess what? We can help with that. Family members can help. $20 here, $20 here, $20 there. We got your fee covered. I'm just saying, we have to do something different. We can no longer sit here and not do anything. We can't. If anybody know Phil Scott, let him know about the foundation. Anybody know about Jason Black, let him know about foundation. I'm just saying, it is time for us to do for us. We can no longer sit here and complain about what? What are you complaining about? What are you doing? You can't tear down somebody else. You can't tear down Dr. Umar when you wasn't even doing nothing. You can't tear down Jason Black when you wasn't doing nothing. You can't tear anybody that belongs in our community down and you're not doing anything. And we're not here to tear down each other. I love me some Dr. Umar. Everything that comes out of his mouth is true. That's why they're trying to shut him down. Why do you think they're trying to shut him down? Why do you think they're trying to stop that Black man from having a school? But guess what? We can go around and we can still donate to that school. We can send people out there. We can pay for the electrician when they get there. You send the electrician, you pay for the electrician, and guess what? That school will still be built. You don't let white folks stop you from doing better for your children. You don't let them stop you from doing for yours. It's other ways to get, okay, we can't donate to him. Guess what? I can hire the HVAC man. I can pay the HVAC man. I can get him the address to that school. And I say, go handle your business. Let me know anything that else is due. I'm just saying, we can't no longer allow them to stop us from doing for our children. They know that if that school open, it's a done deal. They know that. Anything good, let me tell you something. If these schools that they have opened for our children, if they were good for our children, they wouldn't be open. Why are these schools open? They wouldn't be open. They are open because they're not good for our schools, our babies. They brainwashing your children. And now they don't want no competition. So that's why they want to shut him down, because he was close to opening. He was close to opening that school. He might have went by a different way. Okay, everybody got a different way of doing it. I don't care. But he was doing it. He was doing it. Vice presidents and their affiliates are probably going to try to destroy or stop what you're. They can't stop me, baby. You can forget that. They can't. They get nothing here. Because when Yahshua's on your side, I don't care what they try. I got this. He got this. Because this wasn't my idea. So I'm not scared. That statement right there, I'm not scared. I ain't scared of no white folk. Because you ain't stopping nothing. You can't stop nothing. You can't stop nothing. You can stop yourself. You can stop yourself by not joining. You can stop yourself by not helping. You can stop yourself by not sending your children. So it's up to you. If you want to be free, let's be free. Because it's time to be free. It's time to be free. Ram in the bush, it's time to be free. We getting ready to be free. But you got to want to be free. You got to come and join the classes. I have the seats. Where are the people? I got the seats. Who wants to be a CDL? Who wants a CDL? Class A. Who wants to learn how to be a mechanic? Who wants to learn how to do roofs? Who wants to be an HVAC man? Who wants to do carpentry? Who wants to paint? What about Black Wall Street? Guess what? Black Wall Street wasn't ready, but we're ready. We're ready. What can they do to me? What can they do? What can they do? I can send them to the school. What? What they do? What can they do? I don't care. I'm not thinking about them. I don't have time to sit up here and talk about, well, you know, Black Wall Street, they did this and they did. I don't care. It didn't work. Do it a different way. They're not going to stop us from being free. You stop you from being free. I got the program. What you going to do about it? Xavier Institute. Zayax. I don't know why I keep calling it Xavier. Zayax Institute. Remember I interviewed him. I interviewed Cuba. He came on my show, and you guys, I'll post it again. But you guys can go see the interview. That brother's doing it. I'm proud of him. But guess what? Black folk need to be proud of him. And y'all need to support that school, because he actually wanted another school in Georgia. But if you guys would support, he's trying to get a van for his schools. If you guys would support him, he can get his vans. If you guys would support him and start registering your kids like crazy, he can get another physical building in Georgia, because that's what he's trying to do. If you guys would support him, he could get another building in Wisconsin somewhere, in Chicago, in Indianapolis, in Maryland, in Virginia, DC. Sky is the limit when we support our own. We have $1.2 trillion. What are we doing with that money? We're giving it to Chinese, who's calling the police on you just for you blinking. I'm just saying, take your money from them. Shut them down. You don't know how to treat us? Shut them down. We're supposed to be voting in May, right? We got midterms coming in May this month. Dixon, Mr. Dixon, he's running to fill James Claiborne's to get his seat, right, in South Carolina. He had a barbecue this weekend. Dixon was there. Marcel Dixon. Look him up. That brother's bad. You better vote for him, Captain in South Carolina. Marcel Dixon. I don't care who you get those black caucuses out of those seats when you can. Everybody who get the black caucus out of those seats. They're not doing anything for us. Get them out those seats. I don't care you put a dog in them chairs. Get them out of those seats. Why would you leave somebody in office for 30 years and they do nothing for you? This is the mental illness, undiagnosed mental illness that we have in our community. Undiagnosed mental illness that we have in our community. We will actually leave somebody in office for 30 years who won't do anything for you. Then you have a person that has a foundation that's trying to change your future, change your lives, and you sit there and look at me like I'm crazy. I'm just saying. I got to get some fighters together. White agents that show up in sheep's clothing. Guess what? It's good. It's okay. 88, I love you. It's okay. You can't panic. You panicking. I'm good. Trust me. I'm good. I'm not scared of white folk. I'm not scared of their agents. It's about us growing, and it's about us teaching our babies for the next level. We are at a 911 right now. When I say they're not hiring our black men for jobs, guess what? You don't need them to hire you for a job. I got some training for you coming up that all you need is 4 weeks and you'll have your CDL. Who's ready to be trained for 4 weeks? Who can, you're not doing nothing with your life right now. I'm not saying you're not doing nothing. You're not doing what you want to do. I can give me 4 weeks and I can get you trained. You can go get your CDL. Give me a year and you'll have your own company. What you bet? Can you do that for me? Can you give me a year to get my mechanics trained up? Can you give me a year, 10 months, 5 months for my security officers to get trained? Can you give me a year of your life to get trained? And the next year is yours to do what you want with it. Hopefully you'll come back together and we'll build. We'll build our security team. We'll build our police force. We'll build our trucking companies. We'll build the import export from America to Africa. We'll build that. You can build it here, you can build it over there. Who's ready to build? Who's ready to be free? Who's ready to be free? I'm ready. I don't trust any white folk. I'm just telling you. So they won't be the only agents. What can they do? I'll give you a spot in a trucking company. You want to go to school, you go to school. But guess what? I still take your attendance. If you sign up, 88, if you signed up and you're not going to class, then you're out of the program. If you're signing up and you're going late every day, you're out of the program. So it's not about me. It's about them being free. It's about them doing for self. It's about them wanting to, something different for themselves. So if you're an agent, it'll show up if you're an agent or not. I'm just giving you a certificate. I'm giving you a way out. I'm not, it has nothing to do with me. I'm just opening that door. You walk through it and you make it happen. But guess what? You got to come back to me so that we can help others. So it's not just about me. It's not just about, it's about all of us. If we all win, I win. But I win because we all win. I can't win by myself. Okay, you sent me a message on Facebook. You have my hard truths. You have my email, right? You sent me a message on, I didn't see your message. Send it here. HARDTRUTHZ 12. Hold on, at Gmail. Hold on. Yep, 12 at gmail.com. That's my email. Okay, that's the best way to contact me. Because I'm doing more other stuff now. So I get on Facebook, but I only get on Facebook to promote the business, to promote the foundation. I don't get on there now to shoot the breeze because I say the wrong thing, then I go to jail. And then I can't use it to actually promote my foundation. Okay, so I try to stay off there and I just use it now to promote my foundation. That's all. Because I'm always in jail. So I just, do other things. I do have a TikTok. It's on Hard Truths, and you can join Hard Truths if you want to on TikTok. And that also will kind of help you to understand what I'm trying to do here too. Because I go into details. I go phase 1, phase 2. So we're growing on TikTok. But I just want you to help you to understand that we need some help where we can't do it by myself. I can't. Yeah, but you didn't respond on that either. We had on Hard Truths on Gmail. I'm gonna see if you came on my Gmail. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Did you tell me you came on my Hard Truths? Let me see. I'm gonna see right now. Because if you came on my Hard Truths, I'm gonna answer you right now. How about that? I'm checking my Hard Truths out right now. So if you telling me you came on there, let's see. Hard Truths. When did you come on there? When did you talk to me? Foundation message. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I see a message here about my foundation. Let me see. Huh. I don't know why I did. Okay, that one. Okay, when did you write me? I don't see anything on here. 88, where you at? I don't see it. Put your email in the message and I'll write you. How about that? Let's see. Huh. All right. I'm not seeing. Okay, put your email in there. I see one from Brother Bakari that was in what, February? But him and I talked already. Yeah, I didn't see anything from you. You got it on this Hard Truth 12 at gmail.com. HARD. I put it in the comments. Okay. So you can contact me that way. I don't see anything from you. Okay. So anyway, and I went all the way back to November of 2021. So let's start over. Go ahead and get in touch with me if you need to get in touch with me. That's cool. You can get in touch with me. I'll even give you my phone number. It's 336-823-9903. So that's my phone number. So if you need to call me, you can call me. I'm good with that. I'm good. I don't have nothing to hide. Okay. So if you want to call me, call me. But don't be call me playing on my phone. That's what I'm saying. Okay. If you about business, let's be about business. Okay. I appreciate everybody that joined. You have the ones that Miss BlaXit. Julia was on here. That's my land provider. I love her. She left her information in the comments. I will put some more information in the comments after the video is over. BlaXit is info@blaxithome.com. That is her information. It's info@blaxithome.com. Okay, that is her the way you can inquire about the homes, about the lands, and she also has people that she works with that's going to build my home on my land. Okay, so her and I got some things to do when we go down in October. When I get to see her in October, we're gonna do some things. We're gonna do some business deals. So we got some things coming up. Okay, so and she's an amazing person. She is amazing. I trust her. I trust her. I trust her. But my thing is, we have to learn how to trust each other again. White supremacy has taught us that we can't trust anybody. That's not true. We have to learn how to trust each other. It's them you shouldn't be trusted. But a lot of y'all won't trust your own, but you'll trust every word that come out of them devil's mouths. Shame on you. That's that white supremacy mind. That's that white supremacy, undiagnosed mental illness that we deal with in our communities, where they tell you their water's cold, we believe them. They've told us that it's only 12% of us, and we still the minority. We believe them. We are the majority right now, family. It's not only 12% of us. That don't even make sense. How is it 12% of us when we've been in this country 500 years? That means we had no babies, and they dying like flies. They're not reproducing. They have low sperm count. That's why they're using our men and women to have their babies. And then they're gonna white them out just like they do every other country that they get with. Then the ones they don't white out, they gonna make them out of LGBT. And then the ones that they don't make out of LGBT, they gonna do what? Come on, you guys. We're gonna continue allowing them to educate our children. When are we going to get tired of being in this burning building? Check my email now. Okay. Phone number is 336-823-9903. I'm checking my email right now. I got you. Yep, I got it. Hey. I just answered you back, so you'll know that I got it. Okay. So anytime I'm reachable. I have an open door, and it's all about us being free, and it's about this being free. That's what it's time to do. It's time for us to be free. I got you, 88, so we can talk. Okay. D, thank you. I love you. I love her. That is my girl. That's my little helpmate. She be hooking me up, helping me do some things that I don't have time to do sometime, and I always count on her. But you guys don't forget her foundation. We talked about the Hope of Love Community Outreach. She's got a function coming up. D, when is your function? Is it June? I know it's June 3rd, 6th. Put in comments. Put your comment. Put it in comments when the function is. Okay. And whatever other information you want, put it in comments. Okay. If you don't put it on this comment, then when we get done with the show, yes, I will. I can. If you after the show goes down, you can put your comments in the show. When it comes up, you can put all your comments, all your information in there for me. Okay. Anything anybody want to say, any questions you have, comments, questions, feel free. I gave you my email address. And if you want to get in touch with me, I gave you my phone number. I want you guys let's do this foundation 9903, because I cannot do it by myself. Okay. And I don't, if you're overseas, if you're in Africa, I think you have to call me through Messenger, and you have to put a plus in front of it. But if you're not in Africa, if you're in the US, you just dial 336-823-9903. That is my phone number. And I just sent it to you, 88, and you can call me after the show. But I love you guys. Thank you for joining, you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go and check out the show. BlaXit was on. Her and I are going to be doing some business together. I'll be on her show on Thursday. Her time, 7 o'clock. My time, I think Eastern time, is going to be at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 o'clock on Thursday. I will be on her show. We're going to talk about my book. I didn't even show you guys my book. You guys know this is the My book. This is my book. Okay, this is the workbook. Okay. Now I have a book also, but I sold out all the books that I had. I have to order some more, but this is the workbook, and the workbook just only talks about it, asks a question, and then it gives you a time to read the book, and then you can answer the questions. We have questions here, and then we give you pages to answer the questions, and it's about healing. And this is my healing, mother's a mother's love, and it's the workbook, and we do work on healing, and it's time for us to heal. It's time. I'm just saying, I can't do any. I don't know what else I can do. I don't know what else I can do. I have the program, have the foundation. No more excuses. I don't want to hear any more excuses because you have a way out, and Yahshua has given you a way out. Now, who's going to take that way out? We have a school, we have a bank, we have a foundation that's giving you your business entrepreneurship certificates, and there's nothing else that we can do for you. Now it's up to you. I've given you the water. Here's the water, and who's going to drink? Who's going to drink? Here's the water. I got the water for you. Who's ready to drink? I'll take the first drink then. I'm just saying, I can bring you the water, but I can't make you drink. I even have a bottle, okay? Who's ready? I'm just saying, we have too many excuses. No more excuses. You can't say, oh, I no, because we can start this program nationwide. Because I know we have some people out there in Florida. I know we have some people in Mississippi who want their own business. I gave you my email. If you want to do your trucking company, that trucking company, well, it's two places, Utah and it's in Indiana. So they'll pay for your tickets to get there. They're going to give you a place to stay while they train you for 4 weeks. Who's not ready for that? You can't beat that. Come on now. And then we're going to find a way to give you, to feed you. Okay. We're going to find a way. If we have to get some gift certificates, we'll give you a gift certificate and you eat on $25 for 2 days. I'm just saying. We're going to work this thing. You're not going to be that hungry. If we got to get you some bologna sandwich for 4 weeks, we're going to feed you. But I need you not to be scared to take that leap. I need you. I cannot do this by myself. And I'm begging you, please have a change of mindset so that you can be free, so that we can help you to get your dreams taken care of. So we can help you to, hey, it's time to live your best life. It's time to live your best life. Who's ready? Do I have any white friends? No, I don't have any white friends. I don't call them friends. I don't even have associates that's white. Because why? I don't trust them. Why would I want them to be friends? I don't need white friends. I don't need white friends. They're not friends. I don't call them friends. So no, I don't need them. I don't dislike them, but I don't need them to be friends. I don't trust them. Why would I want to be friends with people I don't trust? I'm just saying. No, I don't. Sorry. That's just who it is. That's just what it is. But enough of that. Thank you. Dee, thank you. And thank you everybody that tuned in. I hope you liked and shared. I hope you like and share. Let's get those numbers up. We are 326, I think. Let's get it 500 this week. Can we get it 500? What are we going to do? Are we going to hold this a secret? This show was amazing. Don't hold it to yourself. Share. Tell the person you share it with to share it with 10 people. You share it with 10 people. They share it with 10 people. They share it with 10 people. I'm just saying, let's build a show because this is a message that everybody needs to hear. We're not cussing nobody out. Is that why y'all won't share? Let's make it happen, family. Thank you. I love you. And we'll see you on Thursday on BlaXit channel. Okay? BlaXit already has an ad for me to be on her show. And I just want you guys to see it. And because I want you guys to be there. Okay? I want you guys, I'm trying to see where it is. I want you guys to not let me down and to come on there and see what we have to talk about, because this is something that we need to dig into. And it's all about being free. I seen it before I came on here. I don't see it now, but that's okay. So I'm not going to be on here all day. I just didn't want to, I don't want to, be on here indefinite. So you guys take care. Have a great week. And we'll see you on Thursday. Peace, family. 88, you can call me.